Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video. So, I have been playing Civilization Beyond Earth, I've been playing Civ 6, and I've been playing Civ 5. In fact, I, I've played all of them this year. I don't really play them a lot anymore, but I still play them occasionally, and I love them. Beyond Earth is kind of like the weird middle child that you love, but just don't want to talk to, but in playing all of these games, it's come to make me realize something about specifically Civ 6 and Civ 5. And that I I don't think it's fair to compare them and say one is better than the other, right? Now you guys flamed me the last time I explained about this. So just go ahead and flame me again before I start. But I don't think it's fair to compare Civ 6 to Civ 5. I don't. So, I'm just going to talk about some differences that are in Civ 5 and Civ 6. First of all, the culture. Civ 5's system of culture with policies and ideologies, if you have the expansions, is completely different than Civ 6's civics tree. The simple fact is they're not identical systems at all. I feel like the only thing that they're related to is the fact that they're like political policies, but they're just iterated in two different ways. You can't compare them. Religion's pretty similar, but acts differently. I feel like Civ 6 just kind of took the religion of Civ 5 and made it better. I don't like the religion system in Civ 5 at all. There's districts. Districts, I think, are the big one. Because in Civ 6, the game has to be balanced around when it comes to tiles and yields, the game has to be balanced around districts, right? And so in Civ, for instance, 5, there's a lot of like happiness it reacts differently, right? Amenities reacts differently in Civ 6. So you can span in different ways. Gold is valued differently in these games. Building roads is different. Managing workers is different, right? I mean, a worker in Civ 5 versus a builder in Civ 6, right? A worker, you have to pick which things you're going to build first because it takes them like 4 turns or whatever to like build a farm or chop a forest is a bunch more, or build a mine, whatever. A builder is you just pick which things you want to do first and it's instant. You still have to pick, all right, I want the mine first or the farm, but it's a bunch of different things like that. Resource management. In Civ 5, let's just say you have 4 iron, right? That means that if you build a swordsman, it takes 1 iron from that pool. So you're down to 3 iron. In Civ 6, you have an iron stock. And your iron stock builds up. And creating a swordsman takes like 20 iron or whatever. I don't remember the exact number. I play on quick, unlike a lot of people play on standard. So everything changes. You have the different victories, right? I feel like 5 is kind of like similar to 6 in the tourism and stuff, but I feel like in 6 there's just more ways. It feels like there's more ways to win, right? And the thing about 5 is I feel like in Civ 5, the game is weighted more towards technology than Civ 6. I feel like in Civilization 6, it's just not weighted towards tech. I don't know how to explain it, but if you play Civilization 5 and Civilization Beyond Earth, those 2 games, science and technology are just more important than in Civilization 6. I don't know how to explain why, but you just have to play the games. It's probably got something to do with the tech trees and the values on it. But I mean, like in Civ 6, you got the whole ideologies tree, the civics tree, not the ideologies tree. But yeah, all these things that I just explained to you are all differences in how these games play out. And what it creates is 2 very different experiences. In Civilization 5, you're planning your cities a lot more around tile yields versus in Civ 6, you're planning more around districts and sort of tile yields, trade routes. In Civ 5, you set up your trade routes and you're like, okay, I want this city to, get food. Well, you got to build a granary. for the trade route to get food. In Civ 6, it's just domestic trade route, food and production, international, gold, culture, whatever, you know. So there's that element to it. And it creates two different experiences. I feel like the feelings and vibes I get in Civ 5 are just different. And so for me, I really enjoy Civilization 6. But to me, because I enjoy Civ 6, I have a really hard time saying Civilization 5, in my opinion, if I made a tier list of civilizations, is worse than Civ 6. Because if I play Civilization 5, there's different civs. I mean, there's like, at this point, I mean, let's be real, there's like the similar civilizations, right? Calling Carthage something else in Civ 6, it's still Carthage. It's still Ditto, right? But 6 plays out differently. 5 plays out differently. 3 plays out differently. 2 plays out differently than 3. You know? And just from playing them, it's really hard for me. That's why I'm going on such a ramble here. But it's extremely hard for me to exactly pinpoint the differences. But I think it has to do something with the district system and the way great people are achieved and the way that units are upgraded. You know, Civ 6 has that weird upgrade tree versus Civ 5. Is it open terrain or rough terrain for this guy? Oh, you want him to have a medic? You want him to take cover from range? You got it, you know? And I have a hard time saying one's better than the other. And I think Civ 6 is in an interesting spot because you go from this great game, Civ 5. If you play Civ 5 with the DLCs, it's an amazing game, right? In fact, you just have to micromanage the same amount of stuff as Civ 6. And Civ 6 is in a weird spot because when you have, Civ 5, when it was created, revolutionized the formula for civilization. Not just because it's based on hexagons, but, you have units no longer have attack defense stats. It's not chance-based. It is, this guy has 15 strength. I didn't play Civ 4, I played Civ 3, so if you have happiness, the way you manage your resources, just the entire game system has changed, right? And 6 came at a weird point, because how do you take a smash hit genre, like series-defining game, and make another one? You make Civilization Beyond Earth. That's what you do, which was a great experiment. I love that game. It's cool, so cool. And then you have 6, and it's different. It's a different Civilization game. I like 6. I don't like some of the things they did. I really think the virtues and policy system, something like that, I would have preferred in Civ 6. But I have my criticism of 5 too. I really don't like that in Civ 5, every city ends up building the same exact buildings. In Civ 6 you have that too, but not to the extent of 5. I don't like in Civ 5 that happiness just impedes you. Right? I don't. I don't like the way the happiness is handled in the game. I don't like the way that spies are handled in Civ 5. I don't like the way that trading and politics are handled in Civ 6. If I feel like literally the next game that comes out, Civ 7. I think someone commented this on the Civ 5 versus Civ 6 video. If you just take all of the, for me, if you take districts from Civ 6, balance the game around it, and the way that they handled wonders, which I really like the way they handle wonders. Take the politics and the policy system from Civ 5, and then, that's about it. You put those together in the game where there's all the tech trees, and you use as many technologies as possible from Civ 6, from Civ 5. If it's not in Civ 6, you combine the trees, bam, ginormous tech tree. Amazing game. I think it's an amazing game. I really think that's going to be a great game, and I think it's going to be really fun, and it makes me excited for what's in store for Civilization 7. Just playing these two games, it literally feels like you just play two halves. I don't know, what's that phrase, two sides of the same coin? Like, it's like black and white. One game excels at city planning when the other one sucks at it. The other one excels in world politics. The other one sucks at it. You know? So that's kind of, hopefully I help explain a little bit why I don't think these games, it's really comparing these games, I think, as to which one is the true Civ, which one's better, which one is a better game that is more civilization-y. You know, I really don't think that is. I think these games are different enough to where it's the same coat of paint, but it's two different houses. You know, video games are usually the same house with two different coats of paint, but I feel like this is two different coats of paint on the same house. Or no, the same coat of paint on two different houses. Hopefully that analogy makes sense. I don't know. According to the internet, I suck at making Civilization videos. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy. You know, I love Civilization. It's, even though I don't play it a lot, and I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and I shooty bang bang people, Civ's amazing, man. I started playing Civ before I started playing Rainbow Six, but I started playing shooters before I played Civ. So, opposite the casual gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.